2016, 1 p.m., room 1060. I'm joined by Mr. Harris Dawson and Mr. Price. I recognize a quorum of the committee, and we are ready to commence.
Mr. Chair, items 1 and 2. Item 1 is a consideration of a Housing Committee special report relative to Los Angeles Neighbors in Action versus the city. Item 2 is a communication from the city attorney relative to Los Angeles Neighbors in Action versus the city.
Same item, correct?
Item 1 is the committee report that this committee already approved, and item 2 is the city attorney report on the case.
Okay. Patricia McAllister, please. 1 minute.
Is this public comment?
Yes, it is. Correct. Correct.
And item 1?
Item 1 and 2.
Get 1 minute for
Correct.
two topics?
Correct. Start, please.
Well, first of all, I see nowhere in these provisions where illegal aliens are prohibited from living in these second dwellings or in affordable housing. Now, I've been talking about this in the general council meetings, but I think I need to bring that to this meeting. This is the Housing Committee, and I think it would be the Housing Committee who would write up a motion where illegal aliens are prohibited from living in affordable housing. I don't see this committee doing anything like that. I think this is where it should start. And I don't know, I know Cedillo, or Cedilio, whatever his name is, he is the head of the largest illegal alien district in the city, District 1. And I just got this information from the housing department about the composition of the illegal districts. District 1 has the most illegal aliens and the most affordable housing units. So we need to get him off of this committee because I believe Cedilio is the one who's holding all of this up.
This committee does not recognize that concept, and we are moving forward with Antonio Ramirez. 1 minute, please.
God bless Donald Trump, El Jefe. Having said
Please get on
that,
point.
thank you very much. Again, I concur with Mrs. McAllister. We've got too many wetbacks and gangbangers occupying every home across Los Angeles and the county and across America. We're going to put an end to it. We're going to deport every single wetback, gangbanger, and umbilical cord chango that you call anchor babies. They're going to be deported. We are now going to house not only our military veterans, but also law-abiding American citizens. First and foremost, military and all others. There's 2 African-American people that sleep on the streets, on the bus stop on Spring Street and by the LA Times at the bus stop. 2 African ladies, good ladies, decent ladies. They should be housed before these goddamn wetbacks and gangbangers. They really do deserve a house. And they hurt no one. They violate no one. They are decent, law-abiding women. Okay? I would like to see them housed. And again, our military veteran, how dare you violate and bring in all your goddamn gangbangers and wetbacks, Cedillo. You have no legal standing.
We've got Wayne from Encino.
We continue between 8th and James M. Woods and South Coronado Street to have the continuous problem of semi-permanent structures on both sides of the sidewalk. I call your council office, Cedillo. I call 311, and they will not get rid of this shit off both sides of the street. Down by Hoover Elementary, children and families cannot traverse either side of the street on Coronado. Why? Because you're doing it on purpose. Because you have an open lot that was supposed to be subdivided. I opposed the tear down of the wonderful apartment building and businesses, but you guys in your council office approved it and thinking there were going to be 34 condos built. Now there's a vacant lot sitting in the middle of that block on Hoover and Coronado, and now homeless, trash, and gangbangers and drug addicts are all there. Thank you for nothing. I want that fucking shit cleaned up over there.
Thank you. Beverly Palmer. Welcome, Ms. Palmer.
Thank you. I'm here on behalf of the Los Angeles Neighbors in Action, the petitioner in the litigation that has brought these items before you. Lena does not feel that the committee has been provided accurate information about the supposed conflict between state law and the current code provisions regulating second dwelling units. I'm one of the attorneys who represented Lana in the Superior Court. Judge Chalfant never ruled that the existing code provisions are out of compliance with state law or that they conflict with state law. Rather, the existing code provisions can continue to be implemented on a ministerial basis, as the city did successfully for 7 years between 2003 and 2010. Disregarding the current law as the city did in 2010 was the problem. There's no reason that the city should have issued a bunch of letters to current permit holders saying that their permits are invalid, creating a false sense of crisis. The judgment applies to only one second dwelling unit. Units already constructed are past the time limit for challenge. There's no urgency here and no reason for an urgent action.
Thank you. Any questions? Is that it? Sure. Come up.
Hello, my name is Len Judakin, and I just have a very short comment to make on the second item on the agenda. I am the father of Mark Judakin. It was my original idea for him to apply for the second unit on Crim. I've been living on my own for a number of years. I have two granddaughters living with him, and it was really for me to possibly get to an economic living operation and to be very close to my grandkids. The other thing is, if this is the only permit that has so far been revoked, if it isn't reinstated with all the others, I feel very strongly that I've been discriminated against.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your comments. Colleagues, any questions? Nope. Ready to move the item? Let me add to the item add the recommendation 3 on today's agenda, that we approve this item with the recommendation 3, and it will include to direct the Department of Planning to take any steps necessary to implement this action as soon as possible, including a report back on the possibility of including restrictions in single-family zones that would help maintain the neighborhood aesthetics and require homeowner occupancy of primary residency.
Mr. Chair, you are talking about item number 1. for
Correct.
that.
This is item number 1, and we're prepared to move it. So moved as ordered? This will be the order. And then we will note and file item 2 for the record. Okay? That concludes our agenda items. We have general public comment from Patricia McAllister, Wayne from Encino, and Antonia Ramirez.
Yes, general public comment. As most of us know, maybe not the council here because you guys drive in and out, but there are thousands upon thousands of people on the street. And to see senior citizens sleeping at bus stops and on the street, that's sad. We're talking about seniors now. We're not talking about young people. That means that we have people here not doing their job. You don't care. And you're just collecting a paycheck and anything else you can get under the table. You must do your job. We're going to get you out of here. Only 20% of the voters are voting anyway. But we can still get your re-ins out. I can get you out at 20%. I can get your re-in out of here. All I have to do is run. And they've been seeing more of me than they have been you, you see? So, to the people who are listening, because I do advertise this meeting online, to the millions who are listening, let's start running for office. If enough of us run, we can knock 5 or 10 of them out of office. Thank you.
Yeah, of course not, because you've got all that PAC money and all of that corrupt money behind all your campaigns. But we have courts, and they came in and just took you and punted you to the 1-yard line on this, didn't they? And that's why, you got your head kicked in, but you're not listening to the court. You hear what they said, but you're not listening. You still want to go back and do these standards on these granny flats rather than stopping all of it and vetting them to make sure it's legal under state law. So you're going to crawl up here and say, item 1, item 2 with a report, and these people are going to continue to sue. The armies of attorneys are going to continue to avalanche on these items. And the reason is one thing, is because every judge in that black robe knows one thing when they sit on that bench. They're a ratepayer, they hate the city, and they hate you.
Mr. Ramirez, go ahead.
Thank you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is before Mrs. McAllister brought me up, but there's 2 African-American ladies that I have a heart for. They're decent, they're lovely, they're kind, and they're considerate. They bother nobody. And I've had the pleasure of seeing them every night or in the morning. One of them sleeps right side on Spring Street, right downstairs on the bus stop. How she sleeps in that little bus stop with a hump on the way, I don't know. The other little lady sleeps at the corner of First and Spring at the bus stop by the LA Times. Lovely ladies. One always says, God bless you, God bless you. The other one, she just smiles. Just smiles. I would like the African-American community and others to please help those 2 ladies. And no, I'm not being a butt kisser. I respect them because they've never hurt me, they've never beaten me or robbed me like the goddamn gangbangers and wetbacks. They've never backstabbed me, they've never tortured me. They've been nice and smiled and said, God bless you, every day. That's why I like them. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn? Second. Adjourn? So be the order. Thank you.